if we want to scale up these keys, there's a few different ways you can do it. One of them is you can select the keys and turn on the region tool, which is right here. And the region tool, oops, not the status line. What do I want? The command line. No. I want the hub line. Yeah, so the region tool here lets you scale from the top or bottom-most points. So you can see if I scale down, it scales from the top. If I scale from here, it scales from there. Great, perfect. But what if I want to scale from the center? Well, one, the center is only going to apply if the top and bottom-most key is perfectly centered to the 0 point. So if I want to scale from 0, you can see that the midpoint is not going to be there. It's not going to line up anyway. So we can't really use this to scale from 0. Instead, the better way to do it, it's not going to be super exact, but it's going to be close enough for most cases, is just hit R to activate the scale tool, put your cursor near the 0 line, and then middle mouse drag. So if I do that, you can see I'm scaling from pretty much near the 0 line. So it's not perfect. You can see how that key is slightly adjusting. But once I have it scaled up, I can just quickly readjust to get that right back to the center. Done. That's the way I'll typically do it, is just use the R key. And you get close enough for most cases. Let's say you need this to be exact though. You need to scale this maybe like 10 times larger right from that 0 line. Now this is a very rare thing, but you'll see this a lot in rigging and more kind of specific moments like that. What you can do is go to Edit, Scale, and let's go in here. So we'll do our value scale, and we're going to scale this by 10, so 10 times. And right here, the pivot is going to scale from the 0 section, or from the 0 line. So if I hit apply here, you can see everything scales from that line. 0 stays the same. I can adjust this though. So what if I need to scale this, but I need to scale it from the 5 value? So let's bring this up here, like so. So that's pretty close. So we need to scale it, but from this point, well, I'll put 5 in here, scale, and you'll see that it scales from 5. So it scales from that very specific point. There you go. Done. I very rarely use this, again, other than if I'm doing some very specific rig stuff. Normally, it's just use the scale tool. So just boop there, and then if you need to, slight adjustment. Or you can just zoom in really close. And there you go. So hopefully that